The angle from a point 15 meters from a building to the highest floor of the building is 45 degrees. How tall is the building? Question mark. This problem is nice because they actually give us a picture. Later today I'm going to take away the picture and you're going to have to draw this. So do what I do as I read it. The angle from a point. So this seems to be the point. And notice how it's 15 meters away from the foot of the building. From a building to the highest, we should have a comma here, to the highest floor of the building. So from this point where that person's standing is a 45 degrees. So they're looking straight out and they kind of look up. How tall is the building? Now you'll notice as we do the problem, you'll notice that the triangle created from the person's eye gives me only this triangle. Why is that important? Is because I have the building is not just the purple, it also includes this orange part. So the height of the building, usually a hard part for students is, especially if I take away the picture and you're drawing one, is where is x? What is x? Is it a side length or an angle? Well, how tall is a building is a length, so I know it's on the outside of the triangle. And then where to put x? Well, they tell me the height of the building, or here's my building, this is x. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to solve this triangle, and we'll call it, I'll call it y. I'm going to solve for y here in the triangle, and then with y I can use that to solve for the height. Solve. If you need to on more difficult problems, you can take apart the triangle and do it in parts. That's okay. Sometimes I do that. Okay. Alright, number one. Let's solve for this triangle here. Now, buildings or objects are perpendicular. What does that mean? You're going to assume that they're straight, therefore the angle here is going to be a right angle. So in this triangle I have y. I have 45 degrees. And I know that this length is 15, this side is also 15. Opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. Well, from there I can just use my trigonometry. I have my 45-degree angle here. As a review of how to create a trig ratio, you're going to have the trig ratio itself, sine, cosine, or tangent. You're going to have the angle, and that's equal to a ratio. Let's do this together. So class, from the 45-degree angle, if I label this, this side is what?
Opposite.
And then this one is the, and then this last one is the partner B. Whisper to partner A. Which side do we not need, and which trig ratio can we not use? Class, which side do we not need? Notice how the hypotenuse does not have a side length or a variable. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
So if I cross off the hypotenuse, we are using which one, class? Sine. What's my angle? 45 degrees, and sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. If I do sine of 45, my opposite is?
Mr. Ian, you mean
Oh, just kidding. Good job, you're paying attention. My mistake. Tangent, go back. I used the one we were not supposed to use. Tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. So tangent of 45 degrees is equal to y over 15. Is that okay?
yeah.
And then I can make tangent a fraction by
1.
Putting it over 1. And now we can cross multiply. Class, what do I get? Y equals
10 times.
Now, I'm going to show you guys, we're using trig to solve for this variable y, but if you put that in your calculator, tangent of 45 is how much? If you make sure you check your mode, it's on degree, it's 1. So 1 times 15 gives us 15. And that should make sense because we've actually worked on this, right? Isosceles right triangles. If this is a 45 and this is a 45, these side lengths are equal. So if this is 15, this is going to be 15, and this will be 15 radical 2. Do you see the connection?
Yeah.
So now I know that this is 15. I'm going to put in 15 there. Then if I look at my picture here, the person standing, their eyesight from their eye to the ground is 1.5 meters. So I can solve for the height. Our height is 15 plus 1.5. Does that make sense? This is the purple. That was the y we just solved for. And the 1.5 is the given information there. That's the orange. And therefore our height is 16.5 meters. The height of the building is 16.5 meters. So to review, in a complicated problem like this, I solve for just the y part. Label your triangle, don't make the mistake I made. Hopefully you see the connection between trig and the special right triangles. And then you're going to add the distance from the eye to the ground, plus the purple part of the triangle, and it's 16.5.